I really wanted to spend more time in East Tennessee, and I had lined up, I'd actually had a job lined up, ready to go, and I had a couple other offers that checked all the boxes. And right as I was completing this, I got a call that the governor wanted to meet with me. And so if the governor asks to meet with you, you say yes. And so I met with Governor Lee, and he asked me to consider to come and work with his administration, especially in the education department. I'm passionate about education. I worked with a lot of different people to get Tennessee to be the fastest moving, improving state in the union. And we had some unfinished business because of COVID. We were really working on some literacy initiatives, so that kids would be able to read, and then they would do so much better. And that all got short-circuited. So the governor wanted me to use my 26 years of experience, the relationships I've built up within both the education department and with the legislature, to go down and try to help move things forward so that in the end the kids benefit. And so he knows the soft place in my heart is for children and improving the outcomes in education, which would then improve the outcomes in their lives. And so after talking to him, I said, well, I can come out of retirement and we'll see how it goes, and hopefully great things will happen, and then we can reevaluate it after that.
The former state rep hopes to make an impact outside the legislature.
With COVID going on in our schools, you can imagine the Department of Education, the local school systems, they're up to their eyeballs in every day, not knowing what's going to happen. And I think the governor and the commissioner felt it would be good to have an individual who could still work with the legislature and not be distracted by all the important things that had to be done, but at the same time, not just stay in place, but to move forward. And so I know parents are having it really tough. Kids are having it tough. I know the Department of Education is doing everything they can. There's a lot of communication going on. And we need to be handing out medals and trophies when this is over with to our teachers and principals.
Dunn believes he brings unique experience to the job given his relationships with lawmakers across the state.
Right now what I need to do is go ahead and make a lot of calls, talk to a lot of people, visit some legislators at their homes, and get a sense of what they're thinking, what they want, and then decipher all that and help both sides understand what each side is saying, because both sides want Tennessee to be number one in education. They want the kids to succeed. It's just when you get into that bill and Section C says this or Paragraph 2 says that there can be some disagreement. And the more people communicate and understand what the other side is saying and how it will work and how it will play out, the better. And that's what I'm hoping to be, is the catalyst between the two bodies.
Not everyone is happy with the appointment. Former Knox County School Board member Amber Roundtree tweeted, "We can't give teachers a raise, but we can pay someone who has zero credentials experience to be an advisor to the Department of Education." In another tweet, she called Dunn a voucher vulture and says his advisory role will likely consist of moving Tennessee from 45th to 50th in funding. State Representative Gloria Johnson called Dunn's appointment a slap in the face to educators, students, and parents. In a statement, she wrote, "There are hundreds of educators across this state who could do a huge service in this position, actually helping the legislature understand what is needed in our classrooms, literacy experts with PhDs in this field. Yet they hire someone teachers and public school supporters feel is hostile to public education and public school teachers. Classroom experience is required in most of the consequential DOE jobs, yet not here." Dunn still strongly supports school vouchers, but says he plans to work for all students in his new role.
I'm going to be working for the Department of Education, and it doesn't put any kind of claim at the beginning, whether public, private, whatever. It's education. And all Tennesseans should be interested in how a kid is educated, what kind of environment they're given. It's not fair to taxpayers to take their money and say, well, we're going to only use it in this way. To use tax dollars as effectively and efficiently as possible, the best thing to do is to give parental choice. They know their kids better. You know, we're in this pandemic right now, and there are a whole lot of parents who wish they had those education savings accounts so that they could say, I'm going to create the environment that I feel good about, that my child is safe, that I feel good that instruction is going on. So Governor Lee could almost be seen as a visionary when he passed the education savings account, because now it's crystal clear that parents should have the choice, just like they do in higher education with a Hope Scholarship or the Pell Grant. We give the families the money, they decide what is the educational environment their child needs.
The longest-serving Republican in the House will now be the new guy at the Department of Ed.
It's a full-time job. It's not considered by hours. I mean, I woke up at 5 this morning, and the first thing I'm thinking of is what needs to be done, what is the strategy here. Here's something I need to look up on the internet to see if it bears fruit of what I'm thinking. So it's not just you show up in office and put in hours. It's your thinking and how you do stuff and how you get results. And so tonight before I go to bed, I'll probably be working through problems in my mind of how to approach something.